Hi, it's Jane with Scraptastic and in today's hashtag 50 Gone by 2024, we're going to discuss housework and gardening. Is that a form of exercise? Boy, I sure hope so, because I've got a ton of it to do. All right, let's open up. First of all, with the medical disclaimer. As always, this is not meant to be medical advice. As always, seek the advice of your healthcare professionals, physicians, doctors, PAs, whoever you see, before embarking on any exercise or diet regimen. Like I said, this is not meant to be medical advice. I'm just presenting some of the research that I have found. All right, let's get into it. Can gardening and housework count as exercise? First of all, we're going to talk about gardening. The benefits of gardening go far beyond connecting to nature and creating a beautiful yard. According to the CDC, gardening qualifies as exercise. In fact, getting out in the yard for just 30 to 45 minutes can burn up to 300 calories. Such gardening activities such as raking, weeding, and trimming, engaging multiple muscle groups at once improve your overall fitness level. Hallelujah! And there are ways to create strategies to transform that into a real workout. First of all, create a routine. Treat your gardening like any workout. Stretch for 10 minutes, then alternate light activities with heavier ones. You might want to rake for a little while, then alternate. Dig a few holes, then prune, cool down for 10 to 15 minutes, perhaps by cutting flowers or picking vegetables, and you're done. Just keep in mind that gardening requires endurance, strength, and flexibility, so it is important to build up gradually. Also, don't forget to hydrate. Drink lots of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Next one, dig deep. Digging is one of the highest intensity gardening activities. Pushing down with one foot, turning over the soil, then down with the other foot and bringing the soil to the top engages multiple muscle groups and forces you to get your hands dirty. Bottom line, take every opportunity to dig. Now, they also suggest that you meet up with a trainer. They can give you ideas, tips to make your workout in the gardening a lot safer. Mix it up, lifting and carrying 40-pound bags of mulch, stretching low-hanging fruit, and pushing lawnmower around a large plot can be physically draining. Your best bet, alternate between those activities like raking, mowing, weeding, pruning, and digging. And if you're spreading mulch, be sure to switch hands periodically. Definitely. Watch your form. Bending and twisting can cause injury if you're not careful. Bending at the waist instead of the knees is responsible for many gardening injuries, as well as lifting from the waist without using your knees. Injuries, be careful. If you're lifting heavy items, bend at the knees. Use long-handed tools to rake and hoe to avoid back pain. And if something hurts, stop what you're doing and take a break. Then they tell you also, go old school. Don't use the weed eater. Use manual clippers. Use a machete. Shears. Instead of having those things that are plugged into an outlet, or use gas. Use a traditional push mower. Trust me, folks, that takes a lot of energy. That requires you to not only use your legs, your upper body strength, and your core. That is not the case with power mowers or the type that you sit on and steer. However, sitting on a riding mower for long periods of time does equal the same as riding horseback for an hour. So you are using up calories. Build up in your strength training. Puttering around the garden may not qualify as high-intensity exercise, but you can incorporate strength training exercises into your gardening tasks to increase the intensity. Do mini squats. Engage your core while pulling weeds. Take a break from digging and do some lunges. You can even pause while you're mowing the lawn to do your triceps. Get your kids involved. Inviting your kids to get out there it's a great activity for the entire family, and you can also use gardening as a backdrop for games. Make the mowing into a game of tag safely if you can. See who can dig the deepest ditch, pull the most weeds, you name it, those kind of things. Just remember, gardening is just one way to promote activity when you might otherwise be sitting. After all, if the weeds are infiltrating your yard, you have built-in motivation to get into the dirt and work. Time passes quickly, and before you know it, you've racked up 60 minutes of exercise. Just keep in mind that gardening tools, methods, and conditions, and your plot size all impact the intensity of your workout. So if you've been inactive for a few months, start slowly. Take frequent water breaks, apply sunscreen, wear a broad-brimmed hat, and don't forget to wear your insect repellent. You don't want to become an insect's lunch while you're growing your own food or taking care of your yard. There are 5 benefits of doing yard work. Cardiovascular exercise. Doing yard work, raking leaves, sweeping patio, mowing lawn, pulling weeds, increases oxygen flow to the heart, aids in arterial flow, reduces blood pressure and stress, and gets your heart going. Make sure you're staying hydrated, as always. Now, when you are raking and doing all kinds of things like this, raking and bagging leaves will burn 300 to 4,550 calories per hour. And the way they use that is that's 1.5 slices of pumpkin pie. It works your legs, shoulders, and core. So, you can use all kinds of movements while you're doing it, while you're weeding, pruning, those kind of things. Chopping wood is also a great way to burn calories. Just remember, while you're preparing wood for your winter, you can burn over 500 calories while pumping up your back, shoulders, and core, chopping wood and stacking it. Soak up the sun. That's a great way to get your vitamin D. Plus fresh air. Don't forget to reward yourself. One of the best treats is enjoying it in a hot tub, nice hot shower, or relaxing. Now, the physical demands of housework and gardening can keep us all on our toes. It often requires a lot of bending, lifting, and other forms of movement. So, it does count as regular exercise, but you do have to keep a few considerations in mind. Chores you do around the house and yard can burn calories and tone muscles. Even short bouts of mild physical activity can improve your fitness levels, especially for you who are just getting started with exercises. Now, it may not be enough to meet your daily, weekly physical activity needs. That depends on how long you work and how hard. There are a few ways to take your house and your yard duties to the next level, and here are a few of those tips. Keep your expectations realistic. If housework and yard work are your only forms of physical activity, they're probably not going to give you a six-pack. However, they can boost your endurance and provide health benefits. Add chores to more traditional activities. If you add 30 minutes of chores to 30 minutes of traditional activities, like walking or biking, you'll end up with a full hour of physical activity. If you do that every day, it really adds up. Remember, break it up. Physical activity is demanding, and you may not be able to do a ton of it at once. I will tell you, I've pulled a back muscle this week, so I have to do things in small increments. 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm not using the pickaxe on the bamboo because of the back. So, there you have it. So make sure that you just do it in small bursts without overdoing it. One of the other things you can do is to pick up the pace. Speed yourself up. Cleaning. Who doesn't like Janet Jackson Control for cleaning? That's a great album for cleaning. Anything by Michael Jackson is a great music to dance and dance your way while you're doing those chores. Do that spring cleaning. You don't have to do it all once, but you can do that deep clean every now and then. And I do have some suggestions for that. Basically, you take one room and do a deep clean once a week or once a month, every other week, those kind of things. Vacuuming. Do some lunges while you're vacuuming. Scrub your mirrors, doors, and windows with up and down motions. Up and down, do some lunges while you're doing it. Get on your hands and knees to scrub the floors and to clean under furniture, if you can. And if you don't need to call the firemen for lift assist, although a lot of firemen are no longer doing lift assist, so you may be on your own there. Hand wash your car and vacuum it inside. Pull your weeds often and landscape your own yard. Add lunges, jumps, and squats to many of your basic movements. Dance while you're doing your housework. Dance is a great way to get a few extra calories burned and to get some movement in. There is a conclusion to all of this. Everything that you do is considered exercise if it is helping you to keep active. So, to reap the most benefits, add regular periods of housework and yard work to your more traditional exercises to ensure you are getting enough activity. All of those efforts add up, work your body, and have health benefits. Just don't be too hard on yourself and just get moving. It's all very simple. But as always, if you're outside, sunscreen. Skin cancer is one of the leading forms of cancer. Sunscreen. I cannot say that enough. Sunscreen, sunscreen. Certain medications, you need higher SPF because you're going to burn when you're out there. A lot of diabetic medications will cause you to burn faster. So, higher SPF if you need it. Wear a hat. Wear a sun-brimmed hat. You do not want to have skin cancers removed off your face. That mole surgery, while it's easy and simple, sometimes it leaves ugly scars. So, wear a hat. If you have allergies or breathing problems, you might want to consider using a filtered mask, especially if you're outside. So far, I've been fine out here. However, depending on what blows in, I have to wear a mask outside sometimes. And while you're out there, remember, if it's already hot, wearing a mask is going to create an even hotter environment for you. So, take frequent breaks. Make sure you get frequent breaks. Drink lots of fluids, a lot of water. That'll help in the long run. And as always, be careful, don't overdo it. Take some small breaks. Do small amounts of it. Alright guys, that is it for today's hashtag 50con by 2024. It's been a while. I hope to get back into the rhythm of doing these on a regular basis. And I will see you again soon. Everybody have a great week. Bye.